Hi everyone, this is Tony with No Time for Time Travel. This is a very, very short episode. It's just going to be me. And this is one of those mini-sodes where I just talk about whatever just happening right now. So basically, the Anbernic company just announced that they had a upcoming handheld called the 34XX SP. And I am really excited about this. So for you, those of you who don't know, Anbernic, they release a bunch of handhelds that are kind of like retro gaming handhelds. The last one that was one that I really loved that they had was the 35XX SP. And that one was basically the Game Boy Advance SP design, but slightly bigger. And I had issues with that. I had issues with that because the buttons were clicky and just really, really loud. The hinge was great, but most of it was fine. It was just the buttons were super clicky. But then, Mayu was one of the competitor companies. They had a handheld called the Mayu Flip. And the Mayu Flip was years and years in development. And when they finally released a couple months after the 35XX SP, they actually have a 1-to-1 sizing of the Mayu Flip to the Game Boy Advance SP. And I got that one too because, the Game Boy Advance SP is the design that I really love. And having a retro handheld in that design, there's a lot of nostalgia for me. Plus, it's just very convenient because it's a clamshell and you don't need like a screen protector or anything like that. So the Mayu Flip, the great thing about that was they had much better buttons that were less clicky and more like membrane buttons, and those were really comfortable. However, so they also had a cool thing where they added 2 analog sticks, but the hinge on the Mayu Flip, at least with version 1, my first device came kind of like dead on arrival. The hinge was clicky, loud, and floppy, and the thing wouldn't like shut. So I ended up getting another one. Eventually, I got one that worked. And then eventually, Mayu released a version 2, which changed the plastic hinge to a metal hinge. And that worked well too. But it's still like the version 2 gray version still had issues where people had failing hinges. So quality control was not that great. Also, the analog sticks, the fact that there are analog sticks, they were prone to being what's called stick drift. You probably heard of this with the Nintendo Switch. But basically it would get stuck where your stick is in neutral position, but then your character continues moving one direction somewhere. And that was a problem with the Mayu Flip. So I have both, like the 35XX SP and the Mayu Flip, and both were like great for what it is, but also having all these issues. So randomly today, like completely random, the 34XX SP got announced, and it basically takes the design almost like the Mayu Flip, but then because it adds on the analog sticks. But this is an Anbernic device, so it retains like the reliability of the parts from the Anbernic side. So I'm pretty excited about that. Like, I'm so scared of like how much it's going to cost with all these like crazy things, with our import taxes and everything. But if it's priced correctly, I feel like the 34XX SP might be kind of like the perfect device for me. You can check it out on their website, Anbernic, on their YouTube page. They actually have an announcement video, and you can check out the specs. It's pretty cool. It also has like a 5G radio in it, so you can do like 5G network play with another device as well. But yeah, like I just had to record something because this is really exciting for me. I don't know how many people listening to this are excited about this, but this is really exciting for me. That's why I had to record this, and this is a very short episode. No intro music, no outro music, or anything like that. For me to like share with you guys this announcement of this device that kind of like melds both of the best worlds together. We'll see. We will see if 34XX SP fixes their clicky buttons or not. But in the meantime, I'm pretty like excited to see the reviews come out when it does get released. And who knows, maybe I'll get one too if the price is right. But yeah, until next time, Hurdy and Warp Speed. See ya.